Let's talk about something we all have to do, but let's be honest, most of us kind of dread it. We're talking about introducing yourself. But what if I told you there's a way to do it with genuine confidence every single time? Well, stick around, because that's exactly what we're going to break down. You know the moment. You're in a meeting, everything's going fine, and then someone says those magic words. Let's go around the room and do some quick introductions. And bam! Instant panic, right? Your heart starts hammering, your palms get sweaty, and your mind just goes completely blank. It's a universal feeling, but why? Why is it so hard? Well, check this out. It's not just you. There's some real psychology at play here. First, you're suddenly in the spotlight. All eyes are on you. Then, as you hear other people go, you start comparing yourself. Wow, her job sounds so much cooler than mine. You know they're judging you because, hey, you're judging them too. And then there's the big one, imposter syndrome. That little voice in your head whispering, you don't belong here, and they're about to find out. It's basically a perfect storm for anxiety.
But here is the really good news. You don't have to just white knuckle your way through it. There is a super simple, super effective framework that completely takes the guesswork out of it. This lets you stop worrying and start making a really great impression.
And this is it. This is going to be our secret weapon. It's a personal brand framework from Carnegie Mellon University, and it is a total game changer. Just think of it as your roadmap. It breaks down any introduction into 4 simple, manageable parts that we're going to build together right now. So let's start with part 1, crafting your core message. This is all about the what. What do you actually say when it's your turn to talk? If we look back at our framework, we're going to focus on these 3 core questions. Who are you? Not just your job title, but what's your unique background? What can you offer? So what's the value you bring to the table? And maybe most importantly, why are you here? What's your goal in this specific room? Getting these 3 things clear is step 1. Now, before we go any further, I need you to lean in for this next part because it is the single biggest mindset shift you can make. A decent introduction lists your tasks. A great introduction shows your results. It's not about what you do, it's about the impact you have. And this slide just shows the difference perfectly. Look at this. The okay version. I'm a copywriter. I write content. It's fine. It's a fact. But it's kind of boring. Now the great version. I'm a copywriter. I help companies tell compelling stories. See that? One is a task. The other is an outcome. It's about the value you create for other people. And that is what makes them listen. Which brings us to this fantastic little acronym. WIFM. What's in it for me? Because every single person listening to you is on some level asking that exact question. Your job is to answer it for them. How do your skills solve their problems? How can you help them? Frame everything through that lens. And finally, for this section, your introduction needs to have a point. What's the goal? What do you want to happen next? You need a clear ask. Maybe it's just getting contact info for a follow-up. Maybe it's asking for a meeting or consideration for a job. If you don't have an ask, the conversation just ends. Okay, so you figured out what you're going to say. That's a huge step. But now for part 2, how do you actually deliver it with real confidence instead of, sounding like a nervous robot? The very first thing to do is just give yourself a break. It's a vulnerable moment. Of course you're going to be a little nervous. That's totally normal. The goal isn't to get rid of the nerves completely, it's to manage them so they're not managing you. And there's an amazing practical technique for this. It's a 3-step mental process you can do in seconds. Step 1, listen and empathize with yourself. Just acknowledge that anxiety. Okay, I hear you, brain, you're worried. Step 2, validate it. You know what? It makes sense that you're worried. This is a big deal. And then, step 3, reassure. Remind yourself of what's true. You're prepared. You know your stuff. You've totally got this. Seriously, try it. It's a structured way to calm your own nervous system down. So once you've handled the internal chatter, you can focus on the external delivery. Here are 5 killer tips. Number 1, and this is the big one, slow down. When we're nervous, we speed up. So force yourself to take breaths and use pauses. Make eye contact with a couple of different friendly faces in the room. Physically express confidence. Stand up straight, shoulders back. Ditch the niche jargon that nobody understands. And please, please practice it. Say it out loud until it feels like something you'd actually say, not something you memorized. All right, We've got the message, we've got the delivery. Now for the fun part. Let's see how this all comes together with a few real-world examples. Let's see these pitches in the wild. Okay, first scenario. Picture this. You're at a networking event and you spot someone you'd love to have as a mentor. High stakes, right? Let's see how Molly does it. Okay, let's break this down. It's perfect. She starts with who am I and why am I here? She wants to become an art director. Then she answers the what's in it for me question for the mentor by complimenting their work. That shows she's done her homework. And then she goes for her ask. Clear as day. I would love to talk more about a potential mentorship. It's direct, it's respectful, it's brilliant. Next up, the classic, the job interview. The interviewer leans back and says, "So, tell me about yourself." Here's how Mark knocks it out of the park. See that language? Mark isn't just listing tasks. He's showing results. Successfully managed, generated a strong network. That's his what I can offer. He then connects it directly to them by saying he's excited about this opportunity and his ask is powerful and specific. He wants to bring his skills to this position. It's tailored, it's confident, and it works. Okay, one last example. This one's proactive. You're reaching out to a company you love, trying to create an opportunity where one might not exist yet. This is just a masterclass. Sarah immediately establishes her credibility, her who am I, 7 years of experience plus an MBA. Boom. She makes it about them by complimenting their work. But the genius part is her ask. Look at it. She's not asking for a job. She's just asking for a quick call. That's a tiny commitment. It makes it so much easier for them to say yes. And just like that, her foot is in the door. And so we come full circle, right back to our framework. We've talked about it, we've seen it in action, and now really the only thing left to do is for you to fill this in for yourself. Who are you? What's the value you offer? Why are you there? What's your goal? And I guess that's the final thought I want to leave you with. Your introduction isn't just a hurdle to get over. It's a door. It's the beginning of a conversation that could lead to a project, a mentor, or even your dream job. So the big takeaway here is this: be ready. Prepare your story, because you truly never know what amazing opportunity is waiting for you on the other side.